morning, everyone. It is a gorgeous Monday morning. We are already on our way to the gym. Done some life admin stuff this morning. Get some bits and pieces put together at home because recently moved into a new apartment, so got a lot of DIY bits to still be doing. But we are going to the gym. Gonna get a session in. It's gonna be a good one. We're doing chest and shoulders today with a little bit of triceps sprinkled in there, so should be a good session. Right, so it is day 2. Decided to kick off today with a 5k run with 200 meter rest in between each kilometer. We're down at Brighton Beach. It's such gorgeous weather for this right now, so looking forward to today. It's just been the marathon as well, so I'm feeling a little bit motivated to run today. So let's get this done. Don't know how much I'm going to manage to film. Don't have like a gimbal or anything. I'll try. There's 1 kilometer down, just on the 200 meter rest now. What a gorgeous day. This is such good conditioning. But my running's not great. Been working on it. Been doing a 5k most Fridays with a run club, which you'll get to see later on in the video. But my running's not been great. I need to work on that, get my fitness back up. Also help me burn some fat, but it's all well and good. 4 more kilometers to go. And then with the 200 meter rest in between, we'll see what the time looks like. Let's get it. So we've managed to wrap up this morning's run. I'm gonna got myself an iced coffee because I am dying of heat. Forgot how much you can heat up running in the sun, being winter for so long. It was a good one this morning. Managed to do 5k with about 1 kilometers rest in total, broken up into 200s. Did run the last 200, just thought see it off. Final time was about 35 minutes, so decent today. But now we're gonna go home, have some breakfast, because it was a fasted run this morning, and then we're gonna go to the gym. Right, as you might be able to tell by the weather being not as nice, it is the next day. I had to skip the gym yesterday because I had some editing issues with the video, and I wanted to sort those out. So I thought I can push it to today. I can only ever push gym 1 day back in the week, so decided to do it today. It's legs, so you could argue that I was just trying to get out of doing legs, but we are doing it today. Gonna get it on film, and it's gonna be a good one. I actually don't mind leg day. It is one of my favorite days. Not my favorite, but I do enjoy it. I do like the thought that I'm not going to be chicken legs my whole life. So let's get into it. Right, we are back from the gym. Gonna get on lunch now. Lunch is extremely late. It's already 3 in the afternoon. So luckily I've meal prepped everything, so I don't need to worry about creating anything. I've made a mac and cheese and Korean barbecue chicken. Doesn't look terribly exciting, although on the camera it looks a lot more exciting. But this is going to taste so good. I've found a little life hack with my meal prep, especially with the pasta. Like, usually there's not much protein in pasta, but I've found that you can get types of pasta that are made of chickpeas. And if you're anyone who's anyone, you'll know chickpeas are very high in protein. So I've added that to my meal prep. It's still got carbs, so I'm not losing out on any carbs. But protein is a lot higher in the quantities that I cook it in. So that right there with the chicken and the pasta, that's 50, 60 grams of protein. Really depends on how much I, pack into it. But that's a really good meal. I'd have, one of those a day. And then we're also going to have some My Protein Clear Orange and Mango whey protein. This is honestly a godsend. I am someone who drinks a lot of Robinson squash, so whenever I'm feeling like, I could really go for a squash, I'm like, actually, I may have not had my protein yet, let's have one of these, and then I don't have to worry about it, and then I can have one of these later, but I don't have to worry about having maybe missed having some protein from a protein shake. So all good with that. We're going to scran, and then we are probably going to pick up tomorrow with arms and back. So this video will probably segue straight into tomorrow as gym and stuff is done for today, but we'll see. Done with the gym. Had to change the top because the other one was just keeping me extremely hot, and I was like, no, I need to be cooler today. Sun finally started shining as well, so I was like, let's get on something a little bit more comfortable. Have to represent the Springboks. They're my team for rugby all day, every day. Represent. It's lunchtime. I'm a little bit past lunchtime. Again, I'm awful for keeping track of lunchtime, but same thing as last time we did lunch, probably not that long ago in the video, but long ago for me. Just some Korean chicken and mac and cheese and a ginger shot to go with that. I'm really enjoying making the videos. It's a bit of fun for me. Did this when I was a bit younger, but obviously was a bit too naive and a bit too stupid to do it seriously and do it with a mindset of it's just a bit of fun, and if anything comes of it, brilliant. If nothing does, then at least I had the enjoyment and I can look back and enjoy it. But I'm really enjoying making this video. It is the first of many. Got a lot planned coming up. I do have some events that I'm planning on attending later on in the year. If I can, I want to do a High Rocks as well. That's going to take a bit of time to get sorted because those tickets fly off. It's like getting a Taylor Swift ticket. Not that I would get a Taylor Swift ticket, but I've heard it's just as manic to get tickets to be part of that event. So might try, I just got low power mode there. Might try and get spectator tickets if I cannot get any competitor tickets, athlete tickets, that's the one. I'm also going to be attending the Rogue Invitational in Aberdeen later this year. I will be stewarding that event, but I'm going to try and get some filming done at the event as well if I can. All depends on the responsibilities that I have as a steward at the event. It'll be really cool nonetheless. I'll film what I can. There'll definitely be points where I can, but that's gonna be really cool. Also, like I said earlier on in the video, just moved into this new apartment. There's a lot still to do. One of those things is updating my office. That it's looking dire at the moment. So I think I'll make a little segment in a future video to do with just updating that. But that's all to come in the future, something to look forward to, something for you guys to be interested in, I guess. Let me know what you would like to see. For now, gonna get started on lunch and then see where the day takes us. It is another beautiful day here in Brighton. It is Run Club Day, Angry Pablo's Run Club down at the beachfront. It's an amazing little group of people that get involved in this run club on a Friday morning. It is just about to go 7. We kick off at 7, so I'm a little late. Hopefully they're not kicking off on time today. But one of my favourite things to do during the week is go to this run club, try frequent it as much as possible, just because it is a really good group of people and it is a really fun event that Angry Pablo put on. Definitely check them out. They've got a great clothing line for running and cycling. Definitely would recommend checking them out. But gonna get this run club done today. Hopefully I can film a bit more running today. I will get the camera out at least to film running, but I will you'll see in the video. We'll see. Well, I'm gonna do my best. I'll always try to do my best to get videos in. About halfway done. Finding it a bit difficult this morning, but we're out here, getting it done, no matter what. Yeah, it's nice weather, so can't complain too much. But halfway, let's finish it off. Had a nice coffee at the end. Right, 5K's done. I tried my best to film as much as I could, but obviously without something to hold in my hand, like a gimbal or just something to attach to my phone, it is difficult. So I apologize if last clips were really shaky. 5K is done. We are on to leg day now. Gonna do that in a couple hours. Need to have breakfast first because, as always, it was a fasted run. So we will be getting leg day done in a little bit. I'm gonna stretch at my car for a little bit because I am awfully tired. And my calves hurt. Like, today was a good run though, because we did end up, so we did a 5K at a 5:32 pace in 27 minutes and 40 seconds. That is quicker than my PB was last week. I think I'm PBing too much at the moment, so I need to try and regiment it, so I'm just taking a bit more pace. I think I also need to train how I run a little bit differently. That's all fine. I'm fine with a PB, I don't hate PBing, but we will make sure to change that up so that things are more regimented. But on to the next segment of the day, and that is breakfast. Something I've found of running in the last couple of weeks since I joined this run club and I started doing a few runs on my own is it is an underappreciated way of getting fit, I feel, in a lot of spaces. Just because, you know, and especially my mindset not that long ago, it was just like, oh, how do you run for that long? Surely it gets boring. And you're right. It does get boring. Of course it does. You are just kind of going in one direction, kind of with your thoughts most of the time. If you have people to talk to, great. But then the conversation fizzles out, and then you've just got the sound of your feet. If you've got music in, you've got your music. But it's a mental battle, and I don't feel like a lot of people appreciate how much of a mental battle running can be. I definitely wasn't able to run a 5k consistently every week, I'd say 6 months ago. And I've changed my mindset to a point where I've got the motivation and I've got the discipline to push myself through a pretty difficult run. Like, 5k is nothing to be scoffed at. Anyone who can run a 5k, no matter how quickly, how slowly, it's an impressive feat, and it's incredible how when you bash a sport for so long and then you kind of just throw your hands up in the air and go, fine, I'll try it once and see if I like it, and then you do it and you're like, I have been missing out. I have been so ridiculously stupid for not giving this more of a shot. But that's what life is. It's a bit of growth. It's about swallowing your pride and giving something a go. And when you give something a go, you can officially say whether you like it or not. And until that is the case, you shouldn't bash it as much. But we're humans, we're gonna bash it. We're gonna bash something else in life. So, for me, it's probably gonna be cycling. I in my head, as I am right now, can't understand cycling long distance. It's an interesting sport, to say the least. Luckily, the Angry Pablo Run Club also hosts a cycling club as well. So who knows, I might give that a go, and I can whip on the GoPro for some of those shots as well. So we'll see if that's in my future. But for now, we're gonna continue the day. Sunday today. I did film on Friday, the last bit of the day, the outro and all that, but I didn't love it. So just refilming this for the end of the video. So that's the week done. That's everything that I tend to do in a weekly basis. The format of these videos is going to be on a week by week basis, filming everything that I do workout wise and everything I get up to. So that's what you can expect of how most of these videos are going to go. That session that you just saw wasn't my best, if I'm honest. I usually do a lot more for leg day like that, but the front squats weren't feeling great. I've done something to my hip flexor which is not feeling too great, so need to look at maybe toning it down on the front squats and just focusing on things like leg press and hack squat that can replace that for the time being. Back squats felt okay in place of front squats. I essentially warmed up the front squats and ended up doing back squats because I felt that nerve pinching. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed making this video. Any kind of suggestions, anything you want to see, I'd really like that feedback, and I really want to be able to implement that kind of thing for you guys, so that in future videos you can see some of the stuff that you would like to be seeing. Next week's video is going to be quite an interesting one. I've got a few things planned, but I'll leave that up to next week's video for you to look forward to. But thank you for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment if you like this video, and please subscribe if you want to see more.